Hello everybody, we are back with more Dragon Age. So last time, we entered Redcliffe Castle and found out Connor is a mysterious demon, or at least is being controlled by one. Let's check on our party members.
You called?
I did. I wanted to discuss something you mentioned.
Speak then.
Never mind.
Then I suggest we move on.
What were you doing in that cage?
Does it matter? Very well. I caged myself. A weak mind is a deadly foe, as you are no doubt aware.
Are you saying you put yourself in that cage?
I know that my failures were my own. I came to your lands with 7 of the best.
Oh wait, did I already read this?
Made our way across the until I saw the last of the creatures cut down. Too late. I only know that when I woke, I was no longer. I searched for it.
Well, this is bad.
I knew they didn't have the blade. They had no reason to. They would know me as soulless, a deserter. If I knew where to look, it would be in my. What would you have me do? It could be anywhere by now. Near Lake Callanhad. Perhaps those words are empty, but thank you all the same.
You're welcome. Now let's never talk about that again.
You called.
Okay. Never talk about Cage. Never discuss something you mentioned. Never saying he should leave. I have a question.
I am hardly surprised.
Well, do you find Ferelden strange?
To put it lightly, no one has a place here. Your farmers wish to be merchants. The merchants dream of being nobles, and the nobles become warriors. No one is content to be who they are.
Don't the Qunari ever want to change their lot in life?
What does that accomplish? The farmer who buys a shop is never a merchant. He is always a farmer turned merchant. He carries his old life with him as a turtle carries its shell.
He might be happier, though.
Happiness is fragile. Nothing can be built upon it that will last. Only duty endures.
Duty can be forgotten.
Can it? Perhaps that's the difference between your people and mine. We never forget. Shall we move on?
Is there anything you like about Ferelden?
There is interesting food here. You have a thing. It doesn't have a word in the Qunari tongue. Little baked things like bread, but sweet and crumbly.
Cookies?
Yes. We have no such things in our lands. This should be remedied.
I'll keep that in mind.
Shall we move on?
Let's go.
As you wish.
Out of everything to like in this land, cookies. Whatever floats your boat, mate.
You know, maybe this isn't the best time to be thinking about this, but I've something to ask you.
What's that?
Chances are we'll be heading to Denerim soon. And when we're there, I wonder if we might be able to look someone up.
You have a friend outside the Grey Wardens?
I'm not talking about a friend, exactly. And no, it's not that sort of friend either.
Oh man.
The thing is, I have a sister, a half-sister. I told you about my mother, right? She was a servant at Redcliffe Castle and she had a daughter. Only, I never knew about her.
Huh.
I don't think she knew about me either. They kept my birth a secret after all. But after I became a Grey Warden, I did some checking and, well, I found out she's still alive. In Denerim.
Have you contacted her?
No. I thought about writing her, but I never did. And then we were called down to Ostagar, and I never got the chance. She's the only real family I have left. The only family not also mixed up in the whole royal thing. I've just been thinking that maybe it's time I went to see her. With the blight coming and everything, I don't know if I'll ever get another chance to see her. Maybe I can help her. Warn her about the danger, I don't know.
What are you expecting she'll do?
I'm not sure. I don't know anything about her except her name and where she lives. Her name is Goldana, and I think she remarried but still lives just outside the alienage. If we're in the area, then, well, it's worth a look.
Very well. We'll take a look at your family later on, man. I have no qualms with that.
I await your command.
I'd like to ask you something.
So, full of questions, are you?
Have you ever been hunted by the Chantry?
You are very cute to ask so many questions.
I'm glad you think so.
And I am glad you are so glad.
Does that make
My
sense?
mother has been hunted from time to time, yes, by Templar fools like Alistair, which should tell you how successful they generally were. Flemeth made a bit of a game of it, in fact. The Templars would come again, and she would look at me and smile and say that the fun was to begin once more.
Fun? You found it fun?
I found the game fun. I was too young to understand the truth behind what was happening. Flemeth would warn them once. 'Twas a warning they inevitably failed to heed. And then the true game began. Often Flemeth would use me as bait. A little girl to scream and run and lure the Templars deeper into the wilds and to their doom.
Flemeth used you as bait?
'Twas a game, and I a young girl. If I didn't get to play, I would have been very upset. Thankfully, the wilds is a vast place. Once they found us, Flemeth would simply move us elsewhere, and we would be lost within the forest once again. I did not understand the danger we faced until I was much older. I had never heard of apostates or maleficarum.
Do you still think that was fun?
I think that my mother made it fun so that a child did not learn to fear. And I think that it was necessary. There are no trials for apostates, no prisons, no mercy. There are only absolutes, so only survival matters. If the wilds have taught me anything, 'tis this. First, you must survive. Do you disagree?
You're probably right.
An enlightened view, or at least an agreeable one. Enough of this talk. Let us return to the task at hand.
Agreed. Oh yeah, you gained some approval with you. Hold up, let me check on my friends and see how our love is going. Okay, she's still warming up to me. Do we have any presents? I haven't given them anything in a while. Iron ring, lamb bone. I can give that to dog. Nothing else really. Okay. Very well then. Prepare to fight! Whoa. God, stop moving! Oh man, I need to help Alistair out. He needs to be better. Ooh! That's gonna hurt. Well, all those things are taken care of. We should be good. Okay. Now then, let us head to... wrong way. Okay, how do I get out of here again? Courtyard, here we go. I like that message. If all else fails, go for the eyes. Ooh, I can loot this revenant. Okay, now then, let's head to the Circle of Magi. And let's see if we can find Sten's sword as well. So, 2 birds, 1 stone. Actually, since we're nearby, we'll go to Soldier's Pass. Oh, great. Seal bash! Okay, let's stun this motherfricker. Because he's gonna be the main of our problems here. Nice. This guy's been taken out fast, and he's been healed. Ooh! You're not getting back up from that. There we go. Wrong button, but oh well. Ah, oh well. I'll get better at team placement later on. Okay, I'm gonna loot this alpha and we can head on back. Hello, Felix.
You'll have to forgive me if I seem a bit nervous. Not many people travelling in this part of Ferelden. Of course, that's part of my problem, isn't it? Mule got spooked by a wisp and ran off into the woods. Now what do I do?
Are you asking me to find your mule?
Oh, no, I sent the elf to do that. I wouldn't dream of asking a stranger to do it. Allow me to introduce myself. Felix de Grosbois. Merchant and entrepreneur at your service.
I'm Sly. Pleased to meet you.
I don't normally take this route, but with the war, I was hoping for a bit of luck and good weather in the mountains. Sadly, I've had neither. Ugh, this trip has been one miserable disaster after another. I don't suppose you'd consider helping a fellow out?
What do you need?
Of all the other things that went wrong, the worst is this artifact I brought in Jada. It's a control rod, I'm told, for a golem. No point in me keeping it, however, as I'll never get to use it. But, maybe you could?
How much do you want for it?
Nothing. I just don't want to have to lug around something that might be taken for a gemstone by some bandit.
Ooh, free.
To be honest, I don't even know if it'll be useful to you. I paid too much to simply throw it away.
Yes, I think I could use it.
Just as well. You'll find the golem in a village named Honleith, in the hinterlands. Here, I'll mark it on your map.
Thanks.
I've heard it might be dangerous there with all the darkspawn about, but I'll wager that's not an issue for someone like you. Just hold up the rod and say Dulaf Gar.
Dulaf Gar.
That will wake the golem up, so I'm told. I hope it works.
If not, I'll be back.
Alright, well, then I really hope it works. Best of luck to you then. Now, I guess it's up to me to find that mule myself.
Good luck. Okay, we got a free control rod. Nice. Okay. Well, we'll head to Honleith after we go back to Redcliffe. Where do I want to go from here? We already been to Soldier's Peak. We can go back to Ostagar. I'm surprised Lothering is still available. Let's go to camp. Hello, pup.
I once heard a really old legend about how the Hound warriors in the days of the old tribes would feed their Mabari the flesh of the vanquished. Well, that's what I heard anyway. It would sometimes be human flesh. Oh, like you can tell the difference. For all you know, maybe you've already been fed something. Someone.
Aww. What are you doing to poor pup? If you had it and didn't know it, it was probably tasty. Ooh!
Look at what your fool dog placed in my pack. A putrid, half-eaten hare is not something a woman wants to find in her unmentionables.
Oh. Liliana! I'm sorry! Well, it's the thought it counts. He means well.
The dirty mongrel can have this back. There. And tell him not to do it again.
Do it again. It was a gift. You can't just go throwing it away like that.
I just did.
Aw.
I don't want it, you worthless fur bag.
He's not worthless. Aww. Why are you being mean to my dog?
Oh, he's just trying to be manipulative, I can tell. I do it too.
Pup, you're just getting all the badness. Why'd they be mean to you? I'm sorry, Gil. Oh, I didn't know everybody could come to him. I've never seen some of these clips. I've never seen all three of those. What's stunning Gildor?
You are a true warrior and worthy of respect.
What the fuck? No offense, Zen, but what the fuck? Pup, you just gained the respect of a Canary. That's something I could never do. Damn. Trying to find a way through the earth, are we? Cute little puppy. It's gonna take some time, you know. Well, good luck with that, then. I think he'll be alright for some time. Let's go check on my boy.
Something on your mind?
I have some questions, man.
Of course.
Why did you keep your birthright a secret?
You never asked?
Did you not trust me? I thought we were friends.
We are friends. I didn't mean to... It wasn't supposed to... Oh, let me explain. The thing is, I'm used to not telling anyone who didn't already know. It was always a secret. Even Duncan was the only Grey Warden who knew. And then after the battle, when I should have told you, I don't know, it seemed like it was too late by then. How do you just tell someone that?
I guess I can understand that.
I should have told you, anyway. It was important for you to know. I guess part of me likes you not knowing.
Why? What happens when people find out?
They treat me differently. I become the bastard prince to them, instead of just Alistair. I know that must sound stupid to you, but I hate that it shaped my entire life. I never wanted it, and I certainly don't want to be king. The very idea of it terrifies me.
It doesn't sound stupid at all.
For all the good it does me, my blood seems certain to haunt me no matter what I do. I guess I should be thankful that Arl Eamon is far more likely to inherit the throne. If he's alright. Oh, I hope he's alright.
He'll be fine, man.
For what it's worth, I'm sorry for not telling you sooner. It was a dumb thing to do.
Don't worry about it, Alistair. No harm done.
I guess it's kind of a relief that you know now. Let's go.
Man, I like catching up with my group. These people are awesome.
Something on your mind?
I have just one more question.
Of course.
What changes about you after the joining?
You mean other than becoming a Grey Warden?
Well, you've been a Grey Warden longer than I have.
You know, I asked Duncan this too, and all I got was, "You'll see."
That seems rather cruel of him.
Oh, it's not that Duncan wants to keep it a secret. It's just that the Grey Wardens don't discuss it much. I gather it's not a pleasant topic. The first change I noticed was an increase in appetite. I used to get up in the middle of the night and raid the castle larder. I thought I was starving. I'd slurp down every dinner like it was my last. My face all covered in gravy. When I'd look up, the other Grey Wardens would stare, then laugh themselves to tears.
I haven't felt anything like that yet.
Really? I saw you eating dinner the other day. Savage.
Ooh. Yes, well...
Ah, yes, the classy camaraderie of two men traveling out in the open. I take it you were like this before the joining, then. Oh, and then there were the nightmares. Duncan said it was part of how we sense the Darkspawn. We tap into their, well, I don't know what you call it, their group mind. And when we sleep, it's even worse. You learn to block it out after a while, but at first it's hard. It's supposed to be worse for those who join during a blight. How is it for you?
Nightmares, yes. I know what you mean.
Some people never have much trouble, but that's rare. Others have trouble sleeping their entire life. They're just more sensitive, I suppose. Everyone ends up the same, though. Once you reach a certain age, the real nightmares come. That's how a Grey Warden knows his time has come.
His time has come?
Oh, that's right. We never had time to tell you that part, did we? Well, in addition to all the other wonderful things about being a Grey Warden, you don't need to worry about dying from old age. You've got 30 years to live. Give or take.
Wow.
The taint. It's a death sentence. Ultimately, your body won't be able to take it. When the time comes, most Grey Wardens go to Orzammar and die in battle rather than waiting. It's tradition.
So I'm going to die?
We're all going to die. When Duncan told me, I was angry. He put his hand on my shoulder and said this. It's not how you die that's important. That's how you live. And you wondered why we kept the joining a secret from the new recruits. Well, there you have it.
I'll keep that in mind for future. Thank you. I understand.
You know, Duncan, he started having the nightmares again. He told me that in private. He said it wouldn't be long before he'd go to Orzammar himself. I guess he got what he wanted. I just wish it had been something worthy of him.
He will be remembered, Alistair, as will the others.
I know. Ending the Blight should make this all worthwhile, right?
Well, that was very emotional. Thank you.